Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to take a look at the new free-to-play Piccolo and Gohan unit. So they're not technically a new named character, but most people are, again, probably not going to have the SSR for the STR Dokkan Fest Piccolo and Kid Gohan exchange unit that exchanges into Kid Gohan, right? So this is probably the first usable Piccolo and Kid Gohan. Funny enough, we now actually have quite a few like Piccolo and Kid Gohan kind of like combination cards. We'll bring a bunch on the team. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like this unit. I don't think I like them. I don't think so. I think kind of the way they're set up, their restrictions are maybe a little too tight, which I think might get a bit annoying, right, with this. So, like, you know, on the team we're going to run today, like, we can't run Evolution Blue Vegeta, for example, right? We need Goku, and it's like Saiyan Saga and Bond of Master and Disciple Gokus, which are kind of like the main setups for this character, are not really very good. So, I don't know. And then, of course, you know, we've got their stacking right there, which is, you know, kind of the iffy-biffy one, 20%, which is no good. And then their leaders as well. So it's like we kind of have just like a lot of L's sort of with this unit. I mean, they are, you know, free-to-play character. Let's take a look at what we've got in terms of build. Should be fairly obvious. I mean, this is a free-to-play TUR. We're going full dodge. Yeah, full dodge. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We're gonna have, looks like at least a little bit of a decent setup right here. Let's go ahead and put the animation skip on. Didn't need that. So we're starting at 248k defense. Gohan and Piccolo get 150% defense on super attack. They also get another 50% attack and defense and an additional when all allies are super class. And remember, they do have a little bit of damage reduction, but I mean, when I say they have a little bit of damage reduction, like I'm so for real. It's just a little bit of damage reduction. Link set that we got here. Z Fighters. Solid support. Courage. Interesting. I want to double check. Do Piccolo and Gohan, they don't usually have that. Okay. Infighter. All in the family. Brainiacs and Shattering Limits. So this is... Oh, man, dude. We have 248k defense. And we have Brainiacs and All in the Family up right now, right? So, I mean, you're talking about a massive 20% defense right there, and then Brainiacs is giving a nice 15% chunk right there as well. So, we do want to keep that in mind, that like, very pitiful starting defense is, like, pretty much as good as they could get right away, pretty much. I want to take a look at Courage. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I thought so. I was going to say, I don't remember... like a Kid Gohan having it before, and that's because no Kid Gohan ever has. Okay. I mean, I kind of get it. Wait, Yamcha's got it as well? Okay. Alright. Let's go. Let's see how we're going to do right here. Remember that every super attack Gohan and Piccolo does is going to strengthen them, right? We're going to be getting an extra 20% attack and defensive stack. And I guess, you know, they are going to allow Gohan to be able to get the orange Piccolo unit super attack, which I guess would allow us to get the attack break, crit support, stuff like that. Okay, perfect. All right, and we're able to go into one of my favorite fights for showcases. I don't know about... I mean, Gohan and Piccolo, they've got no shot whatsoever of tanking UI Goku. I mean, he's type disadvantage for them, so it's just not really going to work out, but... I still do just like this as like a nice little showcase stage. 6.6, huh? Okay. I mean, I think that this character, with their stacking and the way they're set up... By the way, this is an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super, since the whole rotation is super class. And then no hidden potential system additional. What I think is that... this is going to be a character that could be helpful in like a legendary like Frieza event mission, which I'm sure we are going to get more legendary Frieza event missions to drop. And I mean, if we would get one of those that would drop, are you kidding me? We're living this. I mean, we have Brainiacs up. We have one movie hero on rotation. Yeah, okay. That UI Goku does not hit very hard at the start, man. We might actually get their revive here, huh? Oh, that would be perfect for this showcase. Are you kidding me? Let's try and get that out. I was gonna show something. Oh man, it slipped my mind because the super attack. No, they're categories. So like, if we get like a legendary freeze event mission for, what are they on? Join Forces, Bond of Master and Disciple, Exploding Rage, Saiyan Saga, and Earthbred Fighters. Saiyan Saga was a mission I saw a lot of players were having difficulties. I think it was in the, oh, I can't remember what it's called. The 9th anniversary event. Stage 1 was against Full Power Jiren. Stage 2 was against Broly. And there was a lot of missions to use various different categories in it. I do remember seeing a lot of comments of players struggling with the Saiyan Saga mission. So, like, maybe, you know, if we get something like that, like they could be good. The mission-based content I do like for Dokkan. So, you know, we can get more options to actually be able to do that. I'm going to play this turn out. Let's leave Gohan and Piccolo. Well, mine is a dodge build, yeah? Yes. So let's get the friend one who's going to have some dog shit build. And they're 55%. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, because our HP is low, they should just die right here, right? And then we'll just revive. Yeah, cool, dude. Nice. We'll get this in the video. Sure. Alright, so we got Kid Gohan out now for us. Alright, let's take a look here. So, I believe we do have the support up, by the way, for whatchamacallit. The second Gohan and Piccolo, remember they were in slot 3, their multiple turn support should be activated. Now, when Gohan and Piccolo die, you know, they lose their support. So, like, okay, if we had a Gohan and Piccolo that was in slot 3, that died and revived, their passive gets canceled and the multiple turn support gets canceled, and instead, you know, they just become the solo Kid Gohan unit. But mine was still in slot 3 with the multiple turn support, and they did not die, so that's up right now. So we do have multiple turn support activated right away. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's our defense looking like here. 300k. We obviously do not have Brainiacs up on this rotation. So all right, let's see how we're gonna do. I do have the Gohan and Piccolo as well. Well, they actually showed up in a good spot for us, because I could just float them off and we could hopefully ignore, you know, the fact that we don't have the, you know, the Namek Saga and the Namekian and shit like that, and we'll be able to just swap right into Piccolo. Alright, let's see how we do here. Just trying to get stacks for Gohan and Piccolo. There's not really too much to talk about with the character. I think, like, if I wanted to make them a little bit more useful, I think them giving a little bit of support would have been good. I mean, if they would even give, like, 2 key 20% attack and defense or something, just a little bit of support, I think would be really nice. This Gohan and Piccolo. I mean, they do at least have stacking, so that's something, but yeah. I mean, you guys get what I'm saying. Alright, so there's this. Now we're going to have 70%. We get it. Perfect. Good. I mean, we're getting the 70% every turn, which means we're getting our stacks, which is great. Awesome. No hidden potential system, but that's all good. Okay. We'll just keep going here. We'll come back for their next turn. Alright, we're on our next turn here. We're, taking a bit of damage, but you know what? We'll be A-okay. Actually, no. We're definitely dying right here. I guess we just pop the Beasterizers active. Let's do it. We're definitely dying. Remember, the problem with that STR Gohan and Piccolo, I mean, well, okay, let's look at this. I mean, okay, so here's our 200% leaders. The problem, though, if we ran, like, this kid Gohan's team, is this, right? Like, between this, like, kind of, like, restriction, and then this restriction, and then what their 200% leaders are looking like, kind of, you know, boxes us in quite a bit. And then that STR Gohan and Piccolo, I mean, having two of them on the team is tough. That's why, like, these, like, revive transformation characters, I don't want them to do revive transformations. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. One thing I did want to show is actually this right here. I thought this is pretty cool. I like that Dokkan did this, by the way. I think that this is good. So, like, several of these Saiyan Saga free-to-play characters have stuff like this. So they reuse the unit super attack with LR in Kid Gohan right there. Again, I am a fan of them doing this. And then the Piccolo solo of the LR Goku and Piccolo from the Saiyan Saga, their animation comes in. And then it goes to this STR Kid Gohan. Again, I think that's masterclass. That's exactly what Dokkan should be doing with free-to-play characters, is that right there. That's exactly it. That's exactly great. I don't have a problem with them reusing some really good animations here and there, especially if them doing that would ensure that, like, okay, Dragon Fist and the Sword of Hope essentially don't, like, I don't give two shits about the LR or the TUR. Like, we could just completely throw them away and just do another version that has better animations, right? Like, I would much rather the free-to-play units animations be a little bit worse, that those ones could look better. And unfortunately, it, like, kind of does work like that to an extent, where, I mean, they have a budget, and, like, they could, you know, put resources into something, or not. You guys get it. Okay, anyway. All right, so we'll do this. Beast is going to absorb all attacks, so we're fine. By the way, this UI Goku is going to be he's going to be very scary for this team now. This UI Goku is one of those bosses that builds up damage every turn. So, I mean, now that we're several turns in, he's now very threatening, actually. So, we're going to have to respect him. We have to respect him. We got to be careful. We'll let this turn play out. We'll just keep going. I mean, I feel like we've kind of seen everything we need to see from the Gohan and Piccolo already. They're not really too crazy. I mean, they've got a little bit of damage reduction with their stacking, but kind of like the best vision I see for them is to use them as like a legendary Frieza event stacker or something like that is definitely kind of like the best thing I'm seeing. All right, perfect. Sure. There we go. All right, remember, we do obviously have a lot of support up from the STR Gohan and Piccolo. So we see they're up, you know, over 9 million right there. We're getting the crits in. Now, they do have, don't they only have a 30% chance to crit? We're critting every single second. Yeah, they have a 30% chance to crit. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, let's just skip to their next turn. I mean, we can get this animation in here, right? It's a Gohan and Piccolo video. All right, guys, I feel like we have pretty much, you know, kind of like seen what there is to Gohan and Piccolo. I mean, I guess I could say I like their super attack effect. I mean, I guess as a free-to-play character, them getting like 50% attack and defense would be crazy. But they do also seal, by the way, which is useful. All right, we got support up. I don't think that there's any way we could live this, but, I mean, we could see... Hey, I mean, if we dodge it, then that's just another feather in the cap of dodge builds, I guess, right? Right? Yeah, for sure, dude, of course. Of course. All right, let's go. Gohan and Piccolo. Are they going to clutch up? What are they going to do? I don't think there's any way they live. Surely they're taking 1 million plus, right? Type disadvantage. That little 20% damage reduction is nothing in the face of UI Goku's, you know, 3 million super that they're going to eat. And it's like, while we have gotten a lot of supers with them, it's just not enough. It's not enough. Still only 8.7. Yeah, you know what's funny? I think I would like this character better. So they stack attack and defense. Oh, that 70% failed us there. And we didn't dodge. I think I'd like them better if you get rid of the attack stacking, so they only stack defense, which would make it probably just a 30% defensive stack. I'd like them better if they just only stack defense. But okay, yeah, there's the Gohan and Piccolo. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at their details here. So, this is Master and Disciple aiming for greater heights, Piccolo and Kid Gohan. Leader skills, AGL type key 3 and 70% of stats. Passive skill, Goku is a bad one to underestimate. Piccolo says that, right? They get 2 key at the start of turn, that's useful. 30% attack and defense per Saiyan Saga or Earthbred Fighter category ally in the team. Honestly, that's kind of rough. I mean, especially with kind of like the setups that they're on right now. I mean, we could always, for a lot of these characters, just get like a better leader unit or something like that. But for not right now, it's definitely rough. Then they get 150% attack and defense on super attack. They have a 30% chance to crit. We actually saw them critting like crazy throughout this video too. I mean, to be fair, I guess maybe Beast Gohan's... Can I pull him up real fast to show? I kind of want to. Hold on, I'm going to pull Beast up. Alright, right here is Beast Gohan, right? So we were getting the Master and Disciple Special Beam Cannon every turn, since obviously they were, we were triggering this. So then Beast, gets his 50% attack, his defense for 4 turns, but then raise allies' chance to crit 20% for 1 turn. I'm going to tell y'all this. When it comes to AGL UI Goku in Evolution Blue Vegeta, this character, do you guys notice how often the crits start showing up when those characters' crit support kicks in? Like, we saw, dude, this Piccolo and Gohan was critting the whole video. And, I mean, they had this crit chance. What do they have? 3 crit in the potential system? And then the Beast Gohan crit support. And they were critting every attack damn near. Then they get 50% attack and defense. And an additional that is a 70% chance to be a super if all allies are super class. It does hurt them on a full, like, Saiyan Saga team. Because, like, they wouldn't mix well with potentially maybe like a... Like, if Dokkan Fest Great Ape Vegeta is like a Saiyan Saga leader or something like that, this character wouldn't really be an option because of that, right? And then finally, they have 20% damage reduction if there's a Goku on the team. 20% basically does nothing. Like, I know it seems crazy to say, but this is almost just like a completely worthless ability. I don't know. I don't think it'll happen very often where this will directly factor into you surviving. And you wouldn't survive if this was up. It's going to be very rare. Very rare. Their 12 key super attack, their super attack, the Blazing Moccasin. They stack 20% attack and defense, do supreme damage to the enemy, and then seal enemy super attack. Over here, we could see again that it is unfortunately a 20% stack. I mean, they just started handing these out like candy, man. It's so fun. Like, in Broly, we were like, oh, is it going to be 20%? Is it going to be... like, it was 20%. And then we got, like, AGL Vegeta, and then the Tech LR Piccolo and Gohan, and, like, it's just... They've been just handing these out like candy, these 20% stacks, man. Every character's coming out with that shit. But yeah, the 20% stack, supreme damage, and seal. Link set, Z Fighter, solid support, courage, Infighter, all in the family. Brainiacs and Shouting the Limit. 12 key multiplier is 140% as well. And then that basically covers what we've got for the character. 200% leaders, not looking good for this unit whatsoever. And then over here, here's our best linking partners. For the most part, not a lot of good characters here. There's actually none. There's 0 good characters, basically. Yes, kind of dark, kind of rough. All right, so then Gohan and Piccolo, we could take a look at the category teams that these boys have got. So they, of course, are on the Join Forces category team. Always nice to see Join Forces get more buffs. Obviously, that is a good thing, sure. Then they're also on the Bond of Master and Disciple category team. Okay, very good. They're also over here on the Exploding Rage category team. Sure. Then they're on the Saiyan Saga category team as well. So they are on some, like, kind of like niche teams, or teams with not a ton of characters. Saiyan Saga, Exploding Rage, that's definitely good. And then finally, they're on Earthbred Fighters. I mean, this is a massive gargantuan team. I am hoping that we see an Earthbred Fighter leader come out sooner rather than later, because, I mean, it's just such an elite category. So, there we go. there is the free-to-play Piccolo and Kid Gohan. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.